Say hello, doggies. Step into my office. What up, guys? Pedro Doordash Santiago back at you again with another another vlog. I get confused sometimes. So, today is Thursday. I took kind of the lunchtime off. It's 12:30. Still lunchtime, but I didn't go out at 10:30 or 11 like usual. Need a little rest, man. Trying to relax my brain, my mind, my body. I recommend it sometimes. Can't push yourself too much. Eventually, it will be a bad thing. So, I'm on my way to a $7 1.1 mile Walgreens, 3 items. It's like, yeah, I could do that. Walgreens is up the street, and then the drop-off is going to be probably half of the miles are getting there, half the miles are dropping it off. Super easy. Let's turn the air on. So today, what I want to talk about, back in March when I started this channel, I delivered, some of you guys might have seen it, but it was before I had a lot of subs. Not a lot. It's before I had as many as I have now. So I delivered a $6 sandwich, a Subway sandwich. It was a stacked order before I knew any better. It was a Subway and then this like seafood place. The merchants were right by each other. And I wind up dropping the Subway off. I drop it off, no tip. I was like, what? It was like $3. I think the order combined was like 10, 7, and then 3. I was like, oh man. Handed it to the guy. And then I'm on my way off to the second drop off. On the way to the second drop off, I get a message from Doordash, an email, saying customer reported the food not delivered, blah, 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 submit your claim, blah, blah, blah. I was mad. I was heated. It's like, I just handed it to the guy. Like, what's really going on here, right? I bring that up because what I did next was extremely boneheaded, and I want people to learn from my mistakes. And it's hard. It's easier. Hindsight's 2020. Like, you know, like you understand when you do something wrong, but in the moment it feels like it's right. I let my pride and ego get in the way, and I wanted to prove a point. I filmed it, so I wanted to show you guys. Like, it was just really, really stupid. I've mentioned this a couple other times, but I'm going to put the info card. It's going to be up at the top of this video. You can click on that and watch the video, because I want you to see exactly what not to do when that happens, and for these reasons. First, let me say, I gave them the info to DoorDash support. I also called and talked to somebody, and they were like, don't worry, this happens. You know, I recommend that. You got to get right on it. As soon as you realize there's a violation or something's being said wrong from the customer's end, get right on that, okay? Also, film, use timestamp, whatever you need to do to protect yourself, okay? But the support was really, really good. So I want to say that. Call as soon as you can, okay? We're here, by the way. But I say it, I say that because I want you guys to realize something here. This will happen to you at some point. It's inevitable. If you do it enough, eventually a customer is going to lie about something, or maybe you even put it in the wrong address. I've done that and had to, like, oh, hold up, that's the wrong door. Run back up there and put it in the right one. It's going to happen. So, you know, it could be legit that the customer says they didn't get it and it's next door or around the corner, or they put in the wrong address because people order from work and then they order from home and they don't change the address. It's happened. Okay, it's going to happen. But it's how you react to it. And what you don't want to do is what I did in that video. And I want you guys to watch it because it's bad. For this reason. A, safety. So what's the best case scenario I thought I could have gotten? The guy would have been like, oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm hungry. You know, I saw on TikTok you can get free food by doing this, and I thought it was funny. I'm sorry, man. That's the best case scenario. Then I say, you know what? I forgive you. That ain't gonna happen. Now let's think about the worst case scenario. I knock on that guy's door. He answers, and we get into a fight. I'm on his property. He shoots me. This is an apartment building. I get deactivated because DoorDash, he calls DoorDash and says I went back and confronted him. Those are 3 really bad things. The worst thing being physical altercation, bodily harm to me. Is it worth it? No. Absolutely not. I let my pride and my ego get in the way. Really, really, really bad.
So my question to you guys is, has that happened? What would you do? Would you do this? Just out of principle, would you go back to somebody? You know, people have done it. We've seen all the videos out there where people say, you know, it happens. It becomes a big story, right? But what would you do in this situation? Have you ever had to face that situation? Before we go any further with this topic, we got to pick up this, I guess this young lady or whoever's getting her nails done. So I got to pick up some nail stuff here. which I think is going to be over here. Somebody getting fancy with it, huh? Easy money, baby. Easy money.
All right, we're off. That didn't take long. But don't be afraid of those Walgreens, guys. I'm telling y'all. Leaving money on the table if you're afraid to use your red card. Now, what would you do in this situation? Now, what I'm going to recommend is you don't do what I did. You know, I've said that already, but you cannot allow your pride and ego to get in the way. You're only going to cause yourself. I got lucky. He didn't answer the door. And I knocked 2-3 times, as you can see in the video. I was even an idiot. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I called the cops. That's how stupid I was. I called the police like they were going to do something, or like they even should do something. What an idiot, right? But I was thinking about that this morning because I had a friend email me saying they got a contract violation and they almost went back. They wanted to confront the person. I was like, nah, don't do that. Don't do that. It's not worth it. But, what would you do? What would you do? What you need to do is just follow support's email chain, give them the information they need, call, let them know, hey, I just dropped that off 20 minutes ago. I dropped it off yesterday. Whenever you tend to get that email, that's all you need to do. And let support do itself. And if you've filmed or have a timestamp or any proof, you can submit that and they'll ask for that. And you should be okay. But under no circumstances should you ever confront a customer that said that they didn't get their food. Right, Doordash gave us another. We got a CVS. It's $11 going 6 miles for one item. But you can zoom in on those maps, and it's going downtown, which is fine. It's a lot of not a highway, half highway miles, which is good. I like quick orders. Quick. Time is money. Anyways, when it's going to like this, it's going to a hotel, basically. So I'm going to do that. At 12:48, I'm going to do that. Plus, it positions me in a good spot to get another order because there's a lot of stuff going on there, a lot of places. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop on that. So this channel is about learning, right? Since the infancy of the channel was about teaching people things, learning, kind of paying it forward because I learned a lot from Doordash and I know new people come here all the time. Plus it's entertainment and betting on yourself and it's relatable, I hope, in some ways. Share in the comments, what are some of the mistakes you've made that you didn't know any better or you let your pride or ego get in the way like I did? What are some of the mistakes you've made, and how can you enlighten new dashers out here that when it happens, you can give them some of your tips or wisdom? And because things happen every day, not every day, every week, I would say to me, I run into something that's new that I've never experienced myself. Maybe I've heard of it probably, but I never really had to really deal with it. And whether it's something with support or a customer or a merchant or a mistake I just made with the app or a glitch and how to fix it and reboot and where to look to find out if there is a glitch like we had yesterday. Like, these things happen. So my question to you today is, what have you learned? Maybe the hard way or the easy way. Maybe you learned something from another YouTube content creator or a fellow dasher that you see out there and you guys talk about, helping each other out. Put in the comments what you have learned and what do you think could be good information for the community. Put it in. Somebody will read it and they might see it and say, you know what? Yeah, I didn't think about that, or that hasn't happened to me, but now I feel like if it does, I have a little more confidence in how to handle it, what to do, what not to do. Anybody else's town or city have all these do not enters? I have them all over the place in South City. Like, they are all over. It's crazy. Crazy.
As y'all can see, somebody's having some issues, so let's pick them up this item. Make sure they feel a little bit better. I don't know where it is. Problem. Got it.
And follow the system.
Yes, sir.
So some of you guys are going to notice CVS's are going to, a lot of them are changing. They have these self-checkouts, and they don't even have like cashiers. At least mine, like that cashier is stocking shelves and stuff. So you're going to get a little thing that says scan barcode. You can hit scan, ring out yourself like I just did. Don't sweat it. Make it easy. The only thing that scan barcode thing does is it guarantees, or it helps you to make sure you have the right items. I knew exactly. I felt very confident I had the right item. It was one item. I matched the, you want to look for the counts. Like if it says 24 count, 18 count. You want to look for the descriptions on the box. Like, it's not hard. Don't worry. Don't sit there and feel like you got to like stress about it. Just Scan barcode, boom, boom. Done, easy. All right, let's go drop this baby off and we'll get into the last topic of the day. All right, so yeah, I thought it was going to a hotel. It's actually going to a really cool spot. I'm gonna show you guys. I've taken you guys here a couple times on some pickups, but I'm gonna show you guys a couple cool things to the spot that we're about to go to. So, you know, I like to show you guys things in St. Louis. We have a lot of old buildings here, like a lot of cities. Okay, this isn't any special than anything else, but a lot of these old school buildings, what happened is people buy them up and they convert them into like lofts and apartment buildings. That's what this is here. Real cool stuff. I think I've been inside a few of them, and the way that they renovate them is actually quite amazing. Like, you walk in, it still has the feel of like that old school, but it has like an apartment loft vibe. It's really, really cool.
All right, guys, we are at Union Station. So there's a cool Ferris wheel here. There used to be a lot happening 20 years ago in Union Station. There used to be a lot of restaurants. It was like a mall kind of shopping center. Went away for a while. Now it's coming back. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about here. See if we can't get, here we go. So there's a Ferris wheel here they put in right before the pandemic. And now people are starting to come back. But there's a Ferris wheel. I'll show you guys in a minute. A couple restaurants. There's a aquarium here, which is cool. I haven't checked that out yet, but we'll probably do it sometime soon. But seafood house right there. They do like live shows and stuff over here as well. It's pretty neat. All right, I can see the person we're giving this to standing right over there. There you go, St. Louis Aquarium at Union Station. I'll show you guys the Ferris wheel in a minute. So I do like concerts and stuff over here during the summer. But I'll see if I can't walk to the Ferris wheel. There it is. Pretty cool. Nothing fancy, but it's a cool little spot. They're trying to renovate or like bring life back into downtown St. Louis. So they're doing what they can to do that. So, all right, on to the next order, guys.
I completely forgot about this. I forgot it was, okay. St. Louis is getting a soccer team. That's going to be, I think it's called FC St. Louis. That's going to be the stadium they're building. I mean, it's going to be great for the city. We have a rich culture of American soccer. Back in the early 1900s, I believe St. Louis University had like a really good, like, worldwide ranked team. I think they won some big game or something. I don't know. I remember hearing about it. But we have a big Bosnian and European actually community in St. Louis, and they're big soccer fans. And we just have we have a rich history for soccer. This team is going to do well here. I believe that. I'm probably going to come to some games, but this is a stadium they're building. I think it's going to be really, really cool. All right, so we're waiting on another order. Last thing I want to talk about, last topic. There's a lot of tips and tricks and people's opinions on YouTube and Facebook groups and Reddit and whatever else out there, right? TikTok, to give you information about what you should be doing when you dash or do a gig economy work. And some of it's really bad. Most of it's okay. It's opinions. It's YouTube. It's your opinion, and you can watch what you want, right? My advice to you is, because there's a lot out there now. It's we talk about saturation. It's saturated, big time. And I think a lot of the OGs in this space probably get really frustrated with it, because there's a lot of new people, myself included, that come into this space and babble, right? I say that for this reason. You have to do what works for you and your market. My St. Louis market, I'm very blessed. I feel very lucky. It's a good market. It's busy. I get a lot of trash, but I get a lot of good orders too. And I've repeatedly said acceptance rate doesn't matter. Now, your overall ratings, I think, go into effect. You can be deactivated for having low customer rating, 4.2 or less. Low completion, 80% or below. On time or early, if that falls too low, that could be bad. My ratings are really good. I'm going to say that right now. I feel like a 4.98 customer rating is good for how many orders I have. I think that's really good. My acceptance rate's low. I think that's good as well, actually. My on time and early is always at 93%. I don't know, that doesn't move. My completion rating is really good right now. It's been really low, but I haven't had to unassign too much lately, partly because I'm making better decisions. Also because I got Uber as another app, so doing Doordash a little bit less, right? Because I got Uber. I say that because we're going to have a lot of people tell you ratings matter, ratings don't matter. I've even made videos testing the theory of, hey, try to keep busy and see if, the app will reward you. I had to pause, had a bad order I had to reject. My point is this: you have to do what works for you. Know your market. Be willing to take orders from other places, even if other content creators say they're bad. Like, I don't do Walmart, Wendy's, various other places. Maybe in your market they're good. You have to just do it to know what areas are good. Okay? Maybe hotspots for you are important because of the small town you're in. In my area, I don't go to the Honeycomb hotspot. Not necessary. For you, it might be. What I'm saying is, don't be sucked into us gig tubers babbling about this and that. I'm included in that. I'm including myself because I babble and ramble and give my opinion, okay? But I want to say this, and I want to say it very clearly. Acceptance rate does not matter. Now, for you top dashers out there that need to dash because you do it part-time, you want to be able to dash now, you don't want to worry about scheduling, I get it. But I've been down to 0% acceptance rate twice, and I got good orders. You need to run this like a business, okay? I'm going to give you an analogy real quick. But first, you need to run it like a business. You have to understand your profitability is what matters most at the end of the month. It's not what you made. It's how much you made after you did all your deliveries, after your expenses. And if accepting more orders means you're driving more to make about the same amount of money, that is a bad thing. Let me repeat that. If your acceptance rate is higher, but you find yourself having to drive more to get it, that is a bad thing. You're sucking away, you're increasing your gas cost, okay? But let me give you a quick analogy and then I'll be done for the day. You guys know I'm a huge sports fan. I love basketball. I've played it, I've coached it. I love it, I watch it. I love everything about the game. I should have another channel about that. I might one day, just because it's a passion of mine. Everything about basketball, I just love it, okay? So I'm going to give you an analogy to dashing. Let's say you need to make $100, okay? That's what you need to make your bills, right? So I'm going to analogize it like I'm a two guard, a shooting guard on the Chicago Bulls. And my coach wants me to score 30 points a game. And that's just, historically for my team, we do well when I hit 30. There's metrics and sabermetrics and analytics. And if I get to 30, our winning percentage is like 800. Now, to get to that 30 points or to get to your $100, to get to $100, do you want to drive 100 miles, 80 miles? Or would you rather drive 50 miles and have the same end result? To get to my 30 points, do I want to take 25 shots, which would be really bad, by the way. If you're playing basketball and you shoot the ball 25 times and you only score 30 points, you're a scorer, but that's a horrible efficiency. Or to get to my 30 points, if I shoot 16 shots and I get to the foul line a couple times, I get bonuses as a dasher, it's way better efficiency. I'm probably going to be a better teammate too because I'm out ball hogging. Why are we spending more time on deliveries, more miles to make the same amount of money? Work smarter, not harder. Play smarter, not harder. Be efficient. Take good shots, high percentage shots. Know your game, know your market. But don't be out here just getting shots up to get shots up because eventually I need to get to my 30 points. It's a horrible way to play basketball and it's a horrible way to dash, in my opinion. So my question to you is, this is market specific, but if you are going to make $100 and drive 80 miles, as an example, but your rating's better, so you feel like you got better orders, but you had to drive further to get them sometimes, not all the time, sometimes. Or would you rather drive 50 miles, make $100, but your acceptance rating is 16%? Acceptance rate doesn't matter. When we talk about good ratings and bad ratings, they all need to be taken into consideration. We can't call bad ratings just because one of the 5 or whatever is bad. I'm at a 498. Do I think the algorithm rewards me because I'm at a 498 versus somebody that's a 486? I have no idea. I have no scientific proof behind it. Doesn't matter. Do what works for you. Profitability is important. So maybe my analogy's bad. I'm a sports guy. I relate a lot of things to sports. I think you can in life. That's just my opinion. It's worked for me in my walking life a lot of the times. If my analogy's bad, or if you got a better one, put it in the comments below. Let me know. If the basketball efficiency analogy is horrible to get to your points, let me know. I know I play with basketball players. I play with guys in pickup games. We're playing the game to 15. And the guy scores 6 buckets. But he shoots the ball 18 times to get to his 6 buckets. That's not a good basketball player. I'm sorry. It's not. It's either ball hog, or he's naturally athletically gifted to where he can get to certain spots, but he misses shots. I score 6 buckets and do it in 10 shots. That's efficient. Which player is better? I'm not as tired and worn out as that guy. Less miles on my body, because I took efficient shots. I picked my spots. He's out here scrambling to get 6 points, and he's shooting the ball 18 times to do it. Bet on you, sickles, one day at a time.